Hello, gamers. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. This is a landmark moment for me. I beat Ascension 18 on my phone yesterday afternoon. How did I do it? Well, hang on. I was gonna boot it up, but it was Frost Focus. There was something special about it. I'm trying to think. I had a lot of defrags. I had some electrodynamics, which hits all units with lightning when lightning is cast. That helped out a lot. And apart from that, actually, I owe Chad in the comments a debt of gratitude because I skipped possibly energy relics that I overrate to take some boss relics like Calling Bell, where you get a curse and get 3 relics out of it, but you don't get extra energy. And I feel like that might have helped me make up the difference. It was like smooth sailing. I think it could have beat Ascension 20. I didn't take any damage against the Awakened one. So here, 99 gold for a rare of my choice or a random rare and save my gold. I'm gonna play the odds on this one. Rainbow, not my favorite rare, but upgraded, it gives us the ability to get some orbs whipping around. And what do we need early? We need damage. I'm gonna make a bold play, okay? I'm gonna take this path, hit the shop, possibly buy a card, possibly remove a card, do what we need to do here, hopefully upgrade Rainbow, and then I want to go on like an elite killing spree. Or maybe I should take this path and try to do... we're probably gonna have to rest at some point. Let's see. I'm not stressed yet. So we're gonna evoke an orb for 8, which means we can kill one of these with our remaining strike. Yes, and then we take 5 damage, but I don't think there's much getting around that. So I'm trying to remember, like, it's not just about building. This is not Magic the Gathering, right? You don't build the deck first and then figure it out, like, at Friday Night Magic. We need damage early to not stall out here, especially to do 250 damage to you in, like, 7 turns or whatever it's going to take. And then on the second floor, we need some survivability. And then on the third floor, I guess you just hope to kind of rock out. Listen, 275 gold with a shop right next to me. That's a good pivot in my world. Do me a favor. Okay, cut Regret. And then we've got enough to buy 2 relics. Glacier is an insane card. This is an amazing shop. So there's, like, this is a great relic. Maybe saves us from buying a self-repair later. This, if we get Bias Cognition and we draw it early enough, would go insane. This helps us in our quest to fight elites. And this is just a great card. I think I think there's multiple ways to make this play. I think we go Preserved Insect. If we buy this, we can't get Glacier. I'd really like that, but I think that an early Glacier is important. And then I'm just gonna 3 damage draw a card. You know what? Why not? It replaces itself. I'll only be upset if I guess I fight the Timekeeper. But if that's enough to stall us out of the Timekeeper, then we got problems to begin with. So I think that this is in keeping with my original plan. This will do 8 damage. I'm just trying to... should be good enough because we'll have a lightning up at the front too. So it'll do 6 damage, 8 damage, and we'll have 4 block. No, let's just... Listen, there's multiple ways to play that. I think I chose maybe the worst way, but... Maybe save your mental energy for when the calculations actually aren't trivial. Now, I don't want to thicken the deck with miscellanea too much. If I can avoid it, I would rather, like, I think Go for the Eyes is good. Heat Sinks, but we only have the 1 power right now. It's not really in keeping. A Barrage, like, I could see a Barrage being not so good in the late game, but in the early game, I think you've given me enough to be pleased. So what's the theme of the deck? I was just watching the original Matrix. You may know it by its name, The Matrix. There is no archetype, okay? There's just good cards, good decks, good plays, good players, okay? Why don't we just ice you? You're doing 8 damage. And now you're dead. Also, really, it's crazy. So I was like right, and I don't want any of these. I was right in that era of The Matrix being a formative experience for me. But like, I saw it probably 1999. I remember I was in a hotel in Ottawa with my parents. We bought it on pay-per-view. probably cost us 30 bucks and would be some of the best 30 bucks ever spent, even in $1999 to see The Matrix after it came out in theaters as an 11 or 12-year-old. Because it became so ubiquitous for a while, and if you weren't alive or, you know, of conscious sentient age in like the year 1999 to 2005, you might not have lived through it. It kind of became like this, it became a meme before we really knew what memes were outside of like the Selfish Gene sort of context. Forgot that movie goes, man. There's like some metal imagery in that movie. When Keanu Reeves wakes up in the pod and he sees all the other humans in the pod, and then the weird alien crab comes up and goes like, and then like unscrews the power cord from the back of his head, and then the cables on his arms start going like choo 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 choo, and then it flushes him down the tube. And then Morpheus is talking about like, you know, they liquefy the dead to feed them to the living, and they show like a baby being submersed in like a goo pod, and you're like, that goo is like me, man. That movie's got some imagery. It's not just, and the kung fu is fine. It's great, don't get me wrong, but it's not just dodging bullets. Like, that's where you had to go through some body horror to get to that point. I forgot that movie's like, it's very metal. Matrix 1 has aged insanely well. That's my take for today. Anyway, back to Slay the Spire. Okay. I think there's almost, like, Rainbow Plus is upgraded, and it's a rare. I don't think I'm making anybody mad by saying I think Glacier is actually still a better card. So we'll play that first. That's 11 block. I choose to take 0 damage because I want to go on an elite killing spree, okay? How about, I would like to not take damage. So I think we'll start with a dual cast, or dual cast will do 16. This would do 12. So this would do 18. This will be slightly better, and we still don't take damage. But then we don't have a lightning orb set up to kill you next turn. And I'm trying not to overthink it, which, if I'm being honest, has like rarely been my problem. But sometimes to go through the math, even though it might be like a little bit annoying for me personally, is probably the right thing to do. Given a rainbow orb, I think compile driver is kind of sick. Okay. You're a little diminutive, my man. Now, this time you're not attacking me turn 1, so I hit you with a rainbow, and my goal is that a dual cast on this dark orb probably finishes the job here. And I think that's exactly how this is going to go down. You will die. Okay, that couldn't have gone better. Now, give me a good relic. Mummified Hand. Crazy relic. I really don't like Hello World. I do like Cool-Headed. I'm just worried that it's like, I was going to say it's one too many non-damage cards early, but we've actually done a good job of adding damage early. Toxic Egg is nutty. It's insane. So now, I mean, the thing that, for me at least, the thing that Mummified Hand does, I think we stall until we play our Rainbow so that we can get a Dark Orb charging out there. I guess this would be the turn where we pop now that I look at it. No Rainbow? You're just sitting back here doing nothing? Okay, Glacier me and we'll stall for a little bit. Now I feel very comfortable adding like an Echo Form, presumably after the boss. I'll strike you. Or like a Creative AI. We can't block anymore, so let's just barrage. And then you die to a dual cast, and we're not sweating the HP, honestly. Like, 54 out of 75 is still pretty good. Bag of Marbles can be nice. I mean, there's lots of great stuff, but a Glacier Plus is really hard for me to ignore. The Darkness Orbs as well, but I mean, I think it's hard to go wrong with 2 Glaciers. It is going to stall us a little bit, but I wouldn't necessarily say in a bad way. And the vulnerability on turn 1 when we get like a barrage is kind of sick. I'm feeling pretty good. Anyway, like a good power is basically what I'm saying would be sick for us to get. Recursion, I mean, that's the one that jumps out to me to begin with. No disrespect to these two, which I've also used, you know, with a smile on my face, one might say. I think Recursion, it costs 0, could be good, could keep a Dark Orb, you know, juggling. So we respect that. Now here, I like a cheaper zap, I like a cheaper dual cast, and I like to draw 1 extra card. And I'd like to do more damage with Barrage. But I think, like, it's hard to go wrong upgrading Zap. It's like the most true thing when you play the defect in Slay the Spire is like, you know I need to rest. I don't actually on this one, but like in principle I need to rest. But in reality, that upgraded Zap would go pretty nice right about now. Okay, it turns out we're going to be trying to kill you instead. My bad. Won't finish the job here, but still. Now, I would also say, you know what saved me on the run that I did on my phone? As if you care, like I'm trading war stories here, but... calipers. A Frost focus build that picks up calipers can actually go to the moon. And I would say, honestly, it's progress for me to even be able to identify a relic that would make my run better, so that feels good. I do like Core Surge. I'm trying to think, like, Hologram is so nice to be able to bring back something that keeps orbs whipping around. Like 5 block and then 8 damage from playing a Zap that also evokes a lightning orb can like really hit, and it's pre-upgraded, so there were lots of good choices there, but maybe I default to Hologram a little bit because it's kind of hard to mess up. So I can do 9. I think I hit you, bring back the strike, hit you again, take 1 damage, and then hopefully you buff and you attack. Unfortunate. We're probably going to take a hit this turn. That's okay. We have to ensure that you die. As much as I would love to, like, it's only 2 damage anyway. As much as I'd love to dual cast and, like, the odds are that it would probably hit, you know, let's not be fools. Good. Very nice. Regen potion's beautiful. Defrag is, like, probably... I'm trying to avoid, like, recency bias, but I feel like with our build, that's what we upgrade, especially with Mummified Hand. We should be playing it, like, every time. I think you do want to pop an orb here. I would just pop this. You know, we got focus. This is a horrible first draw. Like, it's an unbelievably bad first draw, but life goes on. Okay, 24 damage. Defrag hits strike. Life goes on. A little bit of a glacier. We're not even taking that much damage, considering. Hi, Tomo. I think I'm also gonna hit you with a vulnerability potion at some point. Let's zap. I want to keep my orbs, like, well woven here, so we always have lightning orbs for damage. Because block, we can just get passively, I think. Glacier, I don't think is necessary. I'd rather just get one of these. Then we can compile driver. I think what I'm really waiting for is I will pop a vulnerability potion the next time we get barrage. Which won't be on this turn. But a darkness orb is also insane for us, and because of our increased orb capacity, this will have a longer time to charge before it inevitably gets evoked. Okay, so barrage simply does not exist in our deck. Unfortunate, but better to find out now, I suppose. We may not even need to use the potion. I feel like that's how you get yourself into trouble. Let's, like, you know, we got a nice situation here. Why not just take advantage of the fact that we got, like, a free opportunity to apply some leverage in front of us? Hi, Tommy, you chilling, buddy? He's like, you should have taken Hello World when it showed up earlier. Ideally, we would draw a card which allows us to summon exactly 1 orb, and then we can dual cast our Darkness Orb. In lieu of that, you're doing 16 damage. I'll start with the recursion. This takes us to 19, plus we have a burn in hand. I think you just get another rainbow out there. It's pretty much over for you. This is going really well, but, like, one thing that takes a while for me to remember in Slay the Spire is that sometimes you can have a run that crushes the first floor, but it kind of sucks on future floors. So you gotta plan around that, but I don't consciously know how to do it, but sometimes I do it by accident. So I think with Mummified Hand, I feel like creative AI, you know, we'll pay whatever the cost is for the power, and it'll make something else free. So I feel like there's a synergy there. Multicast could also be awesome, don't get me wrong. And then this is where I make people upset. So double the efficacy of potions. Maybe this is like an advanced relic. I have taken it. I don't necessarily think it's great in this situation. Maybe if we had like an elephant beast statue. I will say, I tend to like Cursed Key. You know what? This is a great opportunity for me to go pop into the... Hang on. Let me go to my Slay the Spire Discord here. Can I drop an ad here without getting my life threatened? Hello, gamers. I'm not going to drop an ad here. That's too much. I know you can't really say without seeing the deck. But in a vacuum, Act 1 boss relic choice. What do you choose and why? Sacred Bark, Cursed Key, or Red Rock, Philosopher's Stone. Thinking. Now, I'm going to choose what I was going to choose anyway, which is Cursed Key. We got the money required to remove the cards. Hopefully the curses don't stack up too bad. We got lots of draw to draw through them. But then let's see how the audience feels about it when we get a little further in case I lose. So, I wish there was only one shop on the way, but 2 shops is okay. We should look for elites. Like, we could fight 1 elite, 2 elites. It looks like 2 elites is gonna be the best we can do, in which case I would love to see 2 shops. So I'll also just own this. I think we want Frost at the front so that Rainbow evokes the Frost Orbs for us. Thus meaning we take 0 damage and we get a Darkness Orb out there. I just don't like taking Philosopher's Stone. And this is either the smartest thing I've ever said or the dumbest thing I've ever said. I don't like taking Philosopher's Stone Act 1. Because in Act 2, there's lots of enemies that do like multiple hits. Like those birds could just ruin your life with their increased strength. So let's compile first. 3 cards is crazy. You'll make something free. But I really don't want to take damage. I think we start with like Zap. Recursion gets us something. We could Recursion a Dark Orb, but I think it's all about not taking damage here. And we could Hologram a Zap or a Recursion. But then we take a lot of damage. If we play this... Just, if you don't hit a strike, I'll consider this a win. Alright, it's okay. Like, that didn't go great. But on the bright side, we do have 15 HP of healing in a regen potion. So, you do 6 damage. And above all else, I think we stand a pretty good chance to get our gold back. Let me see if they said anything. A19? Okay, hang on. A4. But imagine you were planning to one day win A19. Cursed Key, most likely. Philosopher's Stone, post-Act 1 boss is much harder to justify given the amount of Act 2 fights that could straight up kill you with multi-hitting attacks, especially when you're still trying to build your deck well. Sacred Bark just got an I can't, which is like the joy emoji laughing. Most of the relics you should be getting are from elites, and most of the time you only see a chest once an act, so Cursed Key is minimal downside. At their name. Thank you! This was very helpful. Now, see, if I was me 5 years ago, I would have said thank you for affirming my exact reasoning. Me right now, I'm just grateful for the feedback. I don't need to insert myself into that and be like, oh, look at how smart I am, right? Also, as you can see, I've gotten much more humble. Now, this I don't think we kill you, brother. I thought we could, but I don't think we do. You're gonna get away with 2 HP. There was probably a better way around that while I was philosophizing, okay? Didn't lose too much. We definitely, I feel like you take an upgraded defrag any day of the week. This is a beautiful situation. Let's start with Rainbow, then Compile, which will give us well, or would we rather hit this? Because the odds of it, I can't believe it hit strike. I was gonna say the odds of it hitting a glacier is like so good. I gotta work on my order with this mummified hand, man. I think I'm not doing myself any favors. So we have 11 block already, but might as well play that. One way to evoke this Dark Orb and it's over for you. Beautiful. Now, I botched this. I don't think we need any of those. I'm liking my 23 card deck right now. Can I say... Listen, we want to smith and upgrade here. Okay, you know what? Let me go back to the chat here. Can I also ask... If you took... in a vacuum, how do you value removing a card at a campfire via Peace Pipe versus upgrading a card? Smiley face. Because I feel like with Cursed Key, having more opportunities to remove cards is important. Not great. Not really what we need, but I wouldn't turn up my nose at it. Now, honestly, I don't evaluate the colorless cards very well, so I don't know what to think about that, and you're an amazing potion. I was going to say I want to save some money to remove cards, but if we can just remove cards at a campfire instead... Well, let's puzzle it out ourselves, okay? What would I upgrade? Creative AI costing 1 less is very valuable to me. I think that's enough for me to take Peace Pipe, and then at our, like, second campfire, maybe we can use, assuming we don't take too much damage against the boss, we can use Peace Pipe to remove the curse that we get here. It's requiring more planning than I'm used to. Listen, I'm not an apparition, Andy, but I may become one. 3 strength on the first turn. Would be great to have 1 artifact now, but life goes on. Now, do you go elite campfire or you go campfire, elite campfire. And then you smith your creative AI so it doesn't ruin your turn if it hits a strike. Then you go for this elite fight. And I think probably we got enough runway to use that. Okay, beautiful. And maybe we'll use like liquid bronze is better against, like, I don't know, if we face the birds. Or is the book on this floor? No, you got you, then you got big goblin who summons goblins, and then you got book. Yeah, you would be better against book. I guess we should probably draw first, huh? That's like it's kind of a gimme. I don't know why I played a strike instead of a dual cast. You know why? Because I always upgrade dual cast. In my head, I thought it was free. You can defrag first. Oh my god, it hit a strike. I'm gonna lose my mind, man. I'm gonna lose my mind. Then now, again, I'm drawing last, but I needed to play the rainbow to get the draw first. Yeah, okay, I'm not too mad at myself. Okay, it hit a strike, because it always hits a strike. I'm gonna pop this. I'm done messing around, okay? It turns out I'm still messing around because that didn't give me enough damage to get the kill. Okay, this is I mean, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, but I'm a little I'm annoyed. I was gonna say for a variety of reasons, but it's really just one reason. Like I feel like I just oh, gambling chip kind of crazy though. How are we hitting a strike every time off of mummified hand? These don't appear apropos for me. So I whenever possible, brother, it seems it's always best to smith a card. But I'm gonna own up to my previous mistakes, and I'm gonna say, you know what, we're gonna take a rest here. Singing Bowl is gonna give us some HP. I don't really want a second curse, so I'll take the max HP. We probably won't be able to remove a... Oh, this is an insane start. If you dump a strike so you can't hit a strike, and then you play this, that hit Barrage. Play this. We don't have any draw, so play this, which is guaranteed to hit Glacier. Get some Frost out there. Move your Frost up, although we can't evoke it, and smack here. Okay, what do we need to really make this pop? I really feel like we're on the cusp of potential greatness. If we can get a self-repair so that I have the opportunity to heal like 7 to 10, plus it's a power, and we have... Also, we should probably slow down, but... if we can get self-repair so we can heal ourselves a little bit, open up our campfires to always be removing a card or adding one. Or removing a card or upgrading one, I should say. Like, I think we got some great potential there. Go ahead, summon it. I mean, we're hidden. Oh no, I've screwed us because I was gonna recursion my dark orb. Whatever. I'm playing sloppy as well. I'm not gonna dispute that. But this is like, it's kind of working out the way that I anticipated it would. You know, I just clicked so fast I didn't even see what was in there, man. That's so embarrassing. Okay, just be smarter. Just Skim is a great card, I think. So I have an injury. We'll probably remove that. We can't remove that in the shop anyway. Adding a ball lightning is not the end of the world. It's not what I meant to do, but it's not the end of the world. I can't even afford Skim. In fact, I can basically afford nothing. Let's just take a colorless potion, because I think we are going to go for this elite fight. And you're the reason I stuck around here, man. Keep your defrag, keep your glacier, keep your zap. Okay, then keep your secrets. Let's see what we get here. I definitely feel like we'll play more than 5 cards a lot. Plus, it's a power. Makes defend free. Makes glacier free. That's what we want to see. So glacier first. Zap it. We have 14 block already. No need to lose an orb. Hi, Tomo. Creative AI is like our win condition. Even if it makes us strike free. Thank God the card we added at least was like ball lightning instead of, I don't even know, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know how to work with this character. Free compile driver. Love it. Free rainbow. Works beautifully with compile driver. Flash of steel. You got 14 HP and panache just hit you. Glacier will evoke this. This will evoke this as well. 6, yeah, you're done. You're done, kid. Nunchucks. Another defrag? I'm just worried that if... Worried about what? Having too many of a good card in your deck? Horrendous opportunity for a shop. Life goes on. I need to own up and take a rest here. That it stings me. Let's see what the audience had to say about removal. Okay. If I have a curse, it's on site with Peace Pipe. Other than that, I have to think. Curses are horrible. Pandora's Box is the only time I use Peace Pipe. I use Peace Pipe in Act 3 when I've got my deck upgraded already. If your deck is really lean, you can get away with upgrading your win cons, but Peace Pipe is good because you always have a way out versus a horrible curse. Thank you all for your advice. I took Peace Pipe to counter Cursed Key, but now I have to rest at every campfire because I'm misplaying. But it's all coming together. All right, you have 420 HP. That's nasty. Probably don't need a recursion this early. Like, I was just gonna say, get some orbs out there instead. Well, draw first, because we want powers. This is orbs. You should draw anyway. Defrag makes something else free. It's barrage. Okay, so what's our win condition? I would say, like, doing lots of damage, particularly with our darkness orbs. And then also, we have a recursion in here, right? Doing lots of damage with our darkness orbs and playing our focus. Playing creative AI, hopefully getting some capacitors. So here's what I think. Here's my big brain play. Glacier puts darkness orb in the front. Hologram recursion. 13 damage darkness orb. You get to start from, you know, first base instead of the batter's box. That seems like a pretty good place to be. This is a horrendous turn, obviously, but it is what it is. We take 9, which is not the end of the world. Okay, this is a huge turn. You're not attacking, and I can just play my powers. Now, great opportunity to get a recursion orb, but I'm not going to stress it too much. Oh my god, we got it. So we can do 38 damage. And then you're starting from, like, you've already got to run by the time you step up into the batter's box. Draw. Rainbow will push you out, which is something that I'm not sure I can do, because you're already at 38 damage, man. I think I might have to I think I might have, but it'll do 38, but I have to dual cast or recursion you is my 2 cents. The catch is, screw it. I think I'm overthinking it. I think in a perfect world that might be the right way, but I think I'm overthinking it. Okay, I think get your ice orbs up at the front, and then electrodynamics will at least evoke one. And, oh, we got a little lucky. We can dual cast the others. Okay, I didn't even look at the numbers there, but it's looking pretty good. Now we get a turn off. Defrag into cold snap. Makes compile driver not completely garbage. Let's get some draw. What do we have in here that we could... honestly, with 3 energy, I would probably like a hologram back a rainbow so that we got a darkness orb that's starting to get some work done. Because that might be our kill shot. But I think we're looking pretty good. You're doing 66, which is a lot of damage. Let's start with the draw. And, I mean, that's it. I would probably... We need the block to not die. We don't need a ton, but we need some. So our Darkness Orb is not going to be the prince that was promised, but that's okay. And given that, I mean, our blocks are worth 3. Figure you take a chance on Storm, and I can't be that upset by that. 30 damage, might as well be nothing. This summons lightning for us. Hologram, just seeing what we could get here. Lots of good things from hologram. Let's draw first. I was trying to find a way to like summon a darkness orb, but I think even like a hologram recursion is like not so bad. Maybe not the most exciting use of a hologram, but I mean 49 block plus like 60 damage is a pretty good turn. We base as whenever we get buffer, we should just be thanking the Lord because you basically can't lose off of that. Okay, big plays, big plays. It's Echo Form. Doubling up on a power that you play, thus getting 2 instances of Mummified Hand plus double the effect of the power. Like this is crazy. Now, this is I promise I know I was talking about energy relics being overrated. I still feel like you take Fusion Hammer because you still have a good EV out at a campfire. You could rest if you need the HP, but you can also remove curses. And we're gonna need to, even though injury maybe is not the worst. I do like Astrolabe. You know, it tends to be better to just turn strikes and defense into anything else, I guess, even if they're not synergistic. Tiny House is like, if you get 2 meme relics, you can at least take Tiny House, I guess, unless I'm way behind in the meta. But I think this is a rare opportunity where Smithing Hammer or Fusion Hammer works great because we don't really need to rest at campfires. Or sorry, we don't really need to smith. So to win this, I don't think we need to fight 7 elites. I think it would be nice to do a couple to get some extra relics, but I personally think we have a winning deck already. We're going to take a little hit on turn 1. That's getting something like Boot Sequence would be really nice too. But it's not so bad. Just something that, or Anchor as a relic, so that we're guaranteed to have at least a little block turn 1. I could have just held on to my defend as well, but okay. So you're doing like way more damage than I'd like to see. Echo Form is a must play. Ball Lightning is free. If I could at least kill you, that would hit the spot. I'm like, what if you cold snap? No, I think I got it all confused here. We could bring back a defend, but the defend is like so minor. Almost feel like you could try to bring back a barrage and hope that Hello World hits the barrage with Mummified Hand. Well, like, I'm just going to be real with you. Like, all of our good cards are still in our deck. So I'm going to take the Coward's Way out and play Flash of Steel. I was really hoping to draw something like a little bit more transformative than that. This turn's gonna suck pretty bad. So we'll probably be resting at our next campfire. Oh, we could have gotten extra energy by attacking too. I'm gonna level with you. I forgot about Echo Form, but I think that essentially once we reach this point, we basically can't lose. We can't die. I guess we could lose. Let's rebound a compile driver, okay? Okay, people? It's always nice to have draw, and I always underrate it. Okay, double defrag is definitely the play, I think. Single capacitor. I would love to, I mean, hologram to summon an orb that's not frost gives us extra draw from compile driver. Might as well get that up to the front. Okay, we're cooking up some serious stuff. You can see my confidence in the deck. It's just, because it relies on powers so much, it is a little bit of a slow starter. But, okay, the double echo form. Things you love to see. I mean, I guess I'm like a... Oh, we'd get two of them, right? It makes perfect sense. I was going to say I'm like a rebound zap sort of guy. I don't even know how many echo forms we have at this point, actually. I could not tell you. What I do know is that you're in for a world of hurt, brother. I mean, you are already dead. Can you get self-repair out of creative AI? Because I haven't seen it a single time. Okay, I'm taking the HP. Unless I saw something incredible. Whoa. Whenever you play a power, draw a card is actually like... Oh, but we can't afford that in removal? Okay, then I remove. I'm a simple kind of man. One thing that's scary for us, actually, and I should have acknowledged this earlier, we need better cards early. Even we don't need a recursion early. We need better block early. One thing that I didn't acknowledge is if we draw Echo Form but can't play it, it's ethereal, so it's gone from our deck. So there's devastating potential there. What is this draw? You know what it is, man! It's because I haven't removed all the dookie from my deck. I keep drawing strikes and defense. I don't want to draw strikes and defense. I want to draw Echo Form. Huge. That's nice. Okay, I'm no longer as upset. Most upset man in history voice, I'm no longer upset. They must have, like, made it so you can't draw self-repair. Otherwise, I guess you could just farm up and go infinite, but, like, I mean, it's a change. Most of the time, I'm actually stoked to not get Echo Form. Or, sorry, not get self-repair, because I'm like, I'd rather have something that does some damage, but... Cool-headed can't be upgraded, so to take an upgraded one, I don't know. This, I hate to do it, but I feel like we're in kind of, like, survive situations. Because we're resting anyway... We tend to do okay on energy. Maybe we're actually fine. It's weird because I'm like, oh, I could heal here, and then I could just remove this at the campfire, but that's like exactly neutral. Because I could just basically ignore it and then heal at the campfire. But how much do we heal for? I don't know. It's like 20%, 25%. So heal for basically like 20.5, which is 21. You know, okay. How about give me the madness? I'm going to ignore the elite, which is very sobering for me. Okay, that's nice at least. Because my thinking is that at least with madness could, it didn't here, but it could hit a card like Creative AI or Glacier or something and provide dividends for us for like a long time. Let's start with defrag. It's exactly what I was hoping to see. And anytime we can like have that come to pass, where our power hits something that's actually like worth playing instead of a strike or a defend, like we're very happy. Free Glacier, absolutely, man. Any day of the week. Then you get to recursion your Darkness Orb, which is like, you know, an endgame sort of combo for us. You have to play Echo Form, otherwise it goes away. Obviously, you're kind of hoping that you get Creative AI for free, but that's life. What do we have at the front? We got a little Darkness Orb at the front. Let's recursion that bad boy again. And look at that. See, this is the first time for a while that I feel like I'm actually, like, playing right. I'm actually going to double up on my zap. Get this darkness orb to the front. It's a criminal world, people. Is there any way to evoke that darkness orb? And I mean, we're living free. I skip you. I feel like I need the HP, embarrassingly enough. Heal me for 25. This is a survival situation, man. Do me a favor, add one colorless card. An Apotheosis seems to fit beautifully, given our situation. A Toy Ornithopter seems to fit beautifully, given our situation. Innate Curse, obviously kind of annoying. We need to draw our big powers early. He's kind of figuring it out. You gotta acknowledge that. Now you play this so that you can play out the rest of your hand. My God, the man is figuring it out. I can't believe it. It's inspiring to see. Okay. I think you go like this, this, and then you're guaranteed to play the rest of your hand anyway. Oh, you're hitting me for 30, huh? And I have 16 block. That's not necessarily ideal. Double Apotheosis is not my strongest play. That's okay, man. Life goes. You can always play a little slower. It's not really like in the natural expression of my DNA, but I would be happy to double storm. Okay, double storm gives us some extra lightning. You're doing 33 damage. 33 damage is like kind of a joke, no disrespect. Defrag's beautiful. We draw a billion cards. Almost too many cards. Let's make something free. There's strikes. Let's just get those out there. Got extra energy out of that. Guy who's never got infinite voice. Oh, we're definitely going infinite with this one. One of these. Could hologram something for free, but I think that's just kind of a nice way to flex on him a little bit. 77 block and a billion damage. I don't really want to double up on Hello World. I think that's unnecessary. He is playing way too fast. Fire Potion. And I think we simmer. We simmer. Getting your max HP high isn't the worst thing here. Now, this might be a foolish way to handle our life, but I'm gonna smoke the pain away. I'm gonna dodge the elites. Echo Form on turn 1 is what we need. So I think you play Cold Snap into Madness into... It sucks. We should have tried to get Madness to hit Glacier instead of Madness to hit a... I mean, there's a percentage chance, but it's fine either way. It's not the end of the world either way. It's nice to be able to play all our stuff. We're going to take some hits. Sorry, this... I'm not going to explain my living situation. It's like a normal house. But occasionally people do like walk between my house and the house next door. Every once in a while you'll see me like making eye contact with them. And then they like look in the window because humans are naturally curious. And then they make eye contact with me. And they probably see me in this weird studio. And they pretend they didn't make eye contact with me. Even though I've been in the inverted situation. Because I wouldn't say I'm looking in people's windows all the time. Like, that's a messed up thing to say, but, you know, I'm like, I'm here, I'm paying, human beings are naturally curious, of course. So I'm going to take the coward's way out here. I'm going to recursion twice, just because I don't want to get hit for a billion. Then we can Apotheosis, because there's no reason to have it pop 2 times. Defrag hits whatever it hits. Compile Driver draws 1 card. 26 block, 29. You're doing 41 damage. We have 41 block. I'm trying to save my potions, okay? Because they each heal us. We really don't need the Glacier here. None of our good cards are in our discard pile. They're all in our draw pile. So let's double draw with Cool Headed. See, that's a play you would not have seen me make a while ago. Free hologram. Things you love to see. I'm not really worried about killing you. We should try to stack up some damage for the future. Free dual cast, not worth playing. Let's barrage you and then bring back something that costs 0 that does something good for us. Literally, there's like nothing that does that. Oh, it actually kind of popped, man. Thanks for the defrag. So, listen, as we come closer to the end of this run, I'll double creative AI any day of the week. As we come closer to the end of this run, I think last run I felt was like very elegant. And I don't know whether or not we're going to win this one yet. It seems like it could go... I'm feeling reasonably confident, but certainly not guaranteed. Seems like a beautiful turn to drop like a capacitor on you. But last run felt like elegant. This run kind of felt like we're just making it work. But if you win by making it work, I mean, that's a win, man. So I guess I won't be like too disappointed in myself. I hate this guy. 12 damage turn 1. This one's a little tricky. Because we really want to not take damage, but we also don't want to get like a permanent curse added to our deck. So let's like... I mean, let's start with the basics. You have to play Echo Form. Defrag could possibly make it cheaper, which would allow you to play more cards in advance. Like by dumping a... Well, Recursion couldn't get it anyway. By dumping a dual cast... I think I have it. Dump a dual cast. Play Recursion. Hologram Recursion. Defrag so that you get the value out of the focus. Recursion again, drop your Echo Form. Okay, so we're going to get debuffed, but we're not going to get cursed. And I think we can play around a debuff. This is actually like a heinous turn. Because we have none block. But we definitely don't want to take 39. So I guess I would start with the double defrag, just because at least it's block. And then literally, like, I can hit you once and hope you don't do 39 damage. You're gonna curse me. There's nothing I could do. That might actually be, like, the ideal outcome. As horrible as it is, and it is really bad. I'm gonna make a bold play here that we don't need 2 powers per turn. We can live with 1 power per turn. And just, like, put ourselves in a situation where hopefully we're not taking damage. But also, like, it's nice to not hit you and change you. If like, the ideal turn against the Writhing Mass, I think, is you have enough block to not take any damage. And you don't trigger a change in its attack patterns by attacking it. Which means that you know you're not going to get a curse in your deck. So we already had like one of the worst possible scenarios come to pass. But we're looking okay otherwise in the whole scheme of things. Like if I can kill you by not attacking you, like that would be the best. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you're pretty much cooked, brother. That could have gone better, but I definitely think it could have gone worse. Essence of Darkness with some capacitors could go crazy, and, like, assuming that's not combat... Okay, sorry. You don't do that much against the bosses either. You do a ton, you might do a ton, you might save our lives, and we have to rest. So, Peace Pipe was not what we should have bought. I'll hit you with the post-mortem, pre-mortem on that. An incredible first turn. I think... We don't need to play Apotheosis yet, but the earlier you play it, the better. We don't need a strike. We may need a Madness. We don't need a dual cast. Okay. 2 Madness essentially means, well, it's tough, right? Because I don't really want a Madness to hit an Echo Form. Because a Madness would be better off hitting something we play more than once. Let me start with a Power Potion. And like an early creative AI seems nutty. Echo Form is now free. That's great. We might as well block, and then you can drink your Entropic Brew. There's no reason not to double up on your focus. And then, I don't know when we'll use the Flex Potion, but we'll find a way. Honestly, I think you're cooked. I think we've cooked you. Now, turn 1's going to suck because we have 2 dead cards. But it all came together, that's for sure. Am I willing to gain 8 focus at the cost of losing 2 per turn? I think the optics probably mean that it works out fine for us. But I'm scared. Like, it throws a monkey wrench into my plans. I'm a little cheesed off because I want some freaking lightning, bro. Or not, I want some freaking frost. So I'm actually going to ignore bias cognition. Because it scares me a little bit. Where's my frost orbs, bro? I mean, we're only taking 17 damage. We have 5 healing from the flex potion. Okay, we need block. I don't think we need 7 ectoforms. That's not even what it's called. It would be nice to play rainbow. We can't play rainbow, but now we have 2 echo forms. So the first 2 cards we play will be doubled, which is amazing here. You're doing 36 damage. You're kind of ticking me off, but we can double a defrag and then double a defrag, and now there's no path to victory for you. I'm sorry to say, there's nothing you could do. I'm kind of annoyed to be ignoring my bias cognitions, but I think, like, even though it basically is a curse in our deck, why risk it, right? And then we can double up on creative AI, and then we can double up on creative AI, and we can play 400 powers per turn. I don't even want to play... I guess I would play cool-headed because it guarantees we draw a zap, but I'm not going to play the second cool-headed. Okay, you can't win. We're built for boss fights, man. We take those? Okay, this is crazy. I feel like we don't want to accidentally draw too much off of creative AI. So let's get our echo forms going, which will then get our defrags going, which will get our capacitors going. And now I really genuinely feel like you don't play your creative AIs because we'll only draw powers. And until we get like a heat sink, I didn't even know we were still in echo form territory, honestly. Until we get a heat sink, playing them won't regenerate the cards. So we run the risk of like dead drawing a lot. It might not be a big deal, but... Okay, so every time you play a power, summon lightning. That seems pretty good. Summon 400 lightning. I mean, they're toast. It's over. It ended up being like one of the strongest boss fights as the defect I've ever seen. But it was a little tricky to get there. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're doing nice. We're doing nice things. And thanks to the Discord for your help today. I'll see you next time. See ya!